Hey there, welcome back to The Magic in the Music. I'm Jen. Welcome to our channel where we talk about all things Disney, music, Disney Vacation Club, and family fun. Today we are talking about the Top of the World Lounge. I'm going to share with you our experience visiting Top of the World Lounge, a review of some of the food and drink, as well as some thoughts about the new Villains Lair experience and some of the new policies around the newly reopened Top of the World Lounge. So stick around. First of all, what is the Top of the World Lounge? Well, it is a Disney Vacation Club members only lounge that is located at the top of Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort. So this is the Disney Vacation Club tower side of Disney's Contemporary Resort, and it's kind of a horseshoe shaped building that is really close to the Magic Kingdom. It's within walking distance to the Magic Kingdom and a very popular place for Disney Vacation Club members. At the top of this tower, there is a really small but very nice bar, as well as a rather large observation deck where you can watch Magic Kingdom fireworks each night. It's been closed for more than 2 years, but it has recently reopened with a new retheme, as well as some updated food and drink offerings, and some new policies to go with it. So we're going to address all of that today. The Top of the World Lounge has traditionally been open to all DVC members, both those who are eligible for the membership extras, commonly known as Blue Card members, or now we would refer to it as DVC-Y on the digital DVC card. And it's also been open to those who do not qualify for membership extras, which we would commonly refer to as white card members, and those folks who have DVC and D noted on their digital card. Now, however, with the reopening of this lounge, there has been a policy change, and these white card or DVC and D group or no membership perks group have now been excluded from the Top of the World Lounge. These members are no longer able to access the Top of the World Lounge. Even though DVC makes it really clear in all of their paperwork and all their advertising that membership extras are incidental perks and they can be removed or changed at any time, there are still certainly quite a few members for whom this has left a really bad taste in their mouth. They are not happy about it because something that they used to have is now gone. And I can understand why a lot of members are pretty upset about that. Guests must also have a valid on-site Disney World Resort reservation in order to visit Top of the World Lounge. If you're a local and also a DVC member, you can't just show up any night of the week. You have to actually have an on-site Disney Resort reservation. So when Top of the World Lounge reopened initially, the first 3 nights of operations, they were offering a special ticketed event, and I believe it was about $160 per person, and it did sell out. And they offered these special kind of villains event. And they had a bunch of food, and it was kind of meant to be a celebration of the lounge reopening. What we didn't know at that time is that they were also going to be adding on a new event called the Wicked Wind Down. This is an event which can be booked for $55 per person, and it includes seating inside in the lounge, a cocktail, an appetizer, and a dessert, plus reserved fireworks viewing location. This is currently slated to go through most of the summer, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes moving forward. I guess what I'm trying to say is, DVC members, if you keep paying for this, they're going to keep offering this. If you don't want to have to pay to get a seat in the lounge, then you need to stop paying for this. It's as simple as that. They're going to use this as long as they can. What I've heard is that their explanation is it's for handling pent-up demand. But, you know, as long as we keep paying for that, they will definitely keep charging it. So let's do the math on this Wicked Wind Down event at $55 just for a moment. If we take a look at the menu and let's say we order the average drink, maybe a $15 drink. And then let's say we've ordered a $13 appetizer. Okay, so now we're up to $28. And then it includes a dessert as well, and the cake is typically $12. So now that puts us at a total of $40. So this event is $55. So essentially you're looking at about a $15 fee for the guaranteed seating. Now, that doesn't sound like that bad of a deal unless you don't want a drink and an appetizer and a dessert for every single person in your party. This also doesn't account for people who don't drink, and it doesn't account for people with dietary restrictions, people who just don't have options on the menu. So it's could be a good value for some people, but for a lot of people, it just doesn't quite make sense. For our family of four, $220 just to have a guaranteed seat in the lounge is definitely not worth it. Let us know in the comments if you have booked the Wicked Wind Down, or if you're a fan of this, if you'd like to see it continue, or if you want to see them drop it. For me, it's another thing that kills the spontaneity for me of being at Disney. I really have been enjoying having some of that spontaneity back. And, I liked Fast Pass Plus, but it's been kind of nice not having Fast Pass Plus because we can just kind of do whatever we want whenever we want. Let's just keep it spontaneous and make it first come, first serve. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments. We decided to try to get into the top of the World Lounge Villains Lair and check things out for ourselves. So here is what our experience was like. So we had no reservation and really no expectation of getting into the lounge that night. We went with just kind of a try it and see attitude. We had watched fireworks at Epcot at 9 o'clock. And so we thought, we're just going to jump on the monorail, run over to top of the World Lounge, just see what happens. On the DVC website, they say that check-in begins at 5:45 p.m. This includes those who wish to visit the lounge without a reservation and those who booked the Wicked Wind Down. Both groups would be checking in at that time. Our understanding is that the Wicked Wind Down guests get all of the spaces in the lounge and that other guests are allowed up as space allows and may walk in to order drinks in the lounge, but they have to stay outside for the rest of the time. We had friends who were there at the lounge that evening, and they had arrived at 6:30 and they were placed on a wait list. They received a text that they were able to return at 9:15 to the observation deck for fireworks viewing. They were told that the observation deck would be open for fireworks viewing 5 to 10 minutes before fireworks, and that night, the first fireworks show was at 9:20 p.m. I've also heard reports that some guests have been very upset at this check-in point because they've been getting turned away. I just want to remind everybody that even if you're feeling frustrated with this process, please do not take it out on the cast members. They are not the ones who are making these policies. They are simply doing their jobs. So please, even if you're frustrated, be respectful, be polite to the cast members. We had decided to try to get into the top of the World Lounge in time for the second fireworks showing that night, the second showing of Enchantment, which is the Magic Kingdom fireworks show. We arrived at the check-in podium approximately 10 minutes before 11, so 10:50, 10 minutes before the second fireworks show. And to our surprise, they told us we were allowed to go up and that there was room for us. We were told that we could order drinks in the lounge, but that we had to stay outside. And if we got drinks, we could get them and then take them back outside and watch fireworks. So we headed on up. Honestly, we were thrilled. So it was all good news for us. We were really excited. We had no expectation of getting in, so that was great. We found the lounge and the observation deck both to be really very uncrowded, and the addition of the outdoor love seats and the chairs and coffee tables, that was great. Although they were all occupied at the time. But overall, the observation deck was not very crowded. We found a spot to watch the fireworks that had very few guests around us, and it was just an absolutely perfect view. We were thrilled. We didn't actually have enough time to order drinks before the fireworks had started, so as soon as the show was over, we noticed that the lounge didn't have very many people in it. The bar was basically empty, so we went in to order drinks, and we asked, since there doesn't seem to be anyone here, may we sit at the bar? So the cast member helping us out went into the back for a moment to ask if it was okay, and came back and told us, yeah, it'd be all right for us to sit at the bar. That is when we noticed that another vlogger friend of ours was also there in the lounge, and she was able to get a table, not really a normal table, but one of the seating ones with the coffee table, like the couch, chairs, and coffee table. and she very graciously invited us to join her. And so we did, and we had a really nice time in the lounge. I think we were all surprised to be able to be seated in the lounge. However, it was really clear that the people who had booked the event earlier in the evening were long gone by that point. To be honest, it's unclear whether this is a typical situation or exactly what the rules are for this. Honestly, the cast members seemed to be kind of unclear about what was supposed to be happening at this point in the evening. It's hard to believe that they would keep you out of the inside portion of the lounge after all the guests at the Wicked Wind Down event had cleared, or at least almost all of them. Why would they turn away customers who want to pay for food and drinks? And we're definitely more likely to do so when we're seated there in the lounge, where it's easy to get a server to attend to you. So I can't say for sure what your experience would be if you tried to do the same thing. Your mileage may vary. Just go in with an open mind and kind of set realistic expectations. We can't say for sure what would happen. So no guarantees made, but we did have a good experience and we were able to get food. All right, now we're gonna jump on over and watch some of our vlog footage from the lounge where we are trying out some drinks and some of the food. You're gonna wanna stick around for afterwards because let me tell you, I have some thoughts about this Retheme and you're gonna wanna hear it.
With our barely buzzed, on top it is a cow's milk cheese. If you like manchego and parmesan, that is your to go. It is a little bit salty and has a little bit of creaminess to it. Right under we have the Comte Charles. It's also cow's milk. So it tastes a little bit more of a Swiss cheese, kind of nutty, in your face flavor. Really good with the honey. And then over here we have our Humboldt Fog, which is a goat's milk cheese. And then it's a little tarty, salty, incorporated with the ash, vegetable ash in the middle, which we got directly from Tafiki.
We got a pretzel over here.
So I'm gonna put you into that. You're in the
This is something about the underworld.
That is the one that she
Other
ordered
side.
before.
Other side?
Other side. That's the one that's polite for you.
And this
this
is
is the other side. That's the underworld.
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 Okay.
So you define
How is that one?
I got lucky.
It's very
But I
tasty.
got lucky. We're
Kind of tastes
already
like
servers.
apple
And I was
juice.
like, okay, perfect.
Apple juice?
So I went,
Yeah,
there we go.
like,
Okay, I'm gonna try mine here.
what's she have here?
It's good, it's sweet.
Yeah,
It's sweet, I'm in.
she's in.
I like it, I'm happy. I like it. I'd get that again.
Okay, you get
Yeah,
that again?
yeah, for sure.
So
It's not bad, it's nice, but I
Does it
like
taste
mine
like apple juice?
a little bit, but I like mine better.
Okay.
So I'm not stealing yours tonight.
Okay. Well, sounds good to me.
Okay.
That is the famous 7-layer cake.
It's 7 layer.
7
Layer,
so
not
they changed
layer.
it this way.
I think our 7 layer cake kind of fell
sorry.
apart a little bit. That's okay. All right, and you know what? I did not mention at the beginning of this. This is Shannon Ford sitting right here of the YouTube channel.
It's Shannon Ford.
Shannon Ford,
I have no imagination.
and she does all kinds. She does all kinds of really fun stuff. She does DVC. She has great videos about picking the best rooms at different DVC resorts and cruise, which I don't do. Makeup, all kinds of fun stuff.
Yep.
And can
Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
am I allowed to say she's a literal beauty queen? So retired. Confessions of a Retired Beauty Queen. That's the next video you need to make. Anyway, so go check her out, and I'm sure that that'll be suggested after you watch this. So go watch her. All right, so that was a lot of fun, and we had a great time meeting up with our friend Shannon. Definitely check out her channel. I'll drop a link in the comments below. Now, I want to discuss how I feel about this Retheme. Okay, I've thought about this Retheme a lot. My husband and I have discussed this a lot. And we just keep coming to the conclusion over and over again that this could hardly be called a Retheme. This shift from the classic Bay Lake Tower, top of the world Bay Lake Tower monorail theme, which was just modern, sleek, clean, beautiful, elegant, classy. This switch over to it being a special event and a themed space, I have to tell you, I don't think it was very successful at all. I'm not really sure why they even felt the need to do it. I, as a DVC member, and I'm sure a lot of you as well, would have been perfectly happy just to have the old top of the world lounge back. It was great as it was. I'm not really sure why they felt the need to have to force a retheme on it. Look, I don't want to be mean, and I'm sure somebody was asked to do a ridiculous task with not enough funds and resources and time, but it just looks like somebody was given a couple $100 and they headed over to Hot Topic at the mall and grabbed a couple of wall decorations and slapped them on the wall, and then they ran over to Spirit Halloween store and grabbed a few costume elements and threw them on a coat rack. That's really all there was. Yeah, they have a booth that used to have some monorail pictures and now it has some villain pictures. And I thought the weakest thing of all, and the easiest thing, was that they just put some stills of villains on the monitor. I mean, this is Disney. Okay, we rode Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind 2 times earlier that day. It was impeccably themed. It was beautifully executed. It was amazingly immersive. And to go from that into this space that felt like kind of a bargain basement, just cram in a theme at the last minute kind of feeling, not enough time, not enough planning, not enough money, probably not enough space. It just felt ridiculous. I mean, why bother? We all would have been perfectly happy without this theme. I know I'm kind of sounding like a Karen here, and I apologize, but it just felt so unnecessary. Now, I think one of the reasons that my husband and I were both so frustrated with the execution of this theme is that we had attended the Club Villain event a few years ago in Disney World. Now, the Club Villain event was fantastic, and be sure to tell us in the comments if you have attended that Club Villain event. It ran for a short time, but it was absolutely fantastic. That event was in the theater that now houses Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy in Hollywood Studios. They had projections all around the top. They had a huge disco ball that looked like the poison apple. They had character meets, and they had thrones and vignettes and scenes with the villains, which, by the way, we know you have these props somewhere because you used them for an event before. Why didn't you get your hands on any of those? Those would have been fantastic photo ops. Those would have been Instagram worthy and Facebook worthy and all that. People would make videos and TikToks and they would do things with it and create a buzz around the space. And they completely missed the mark. Club Villain had live performers, fantastic food, singing, dancing, amazing themes, amazing drinks. It was just so immersive and amazing. And, you know, we would have happily paid a lot more than we paid to go to Club Villain. But this just felt like just nothing even close to that. I really feel for whoever had to do the theming on this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to attack your work. But if it was you, you obviously weren't given enough money. You obviously were not given enough time, or maybe you were given such ridiculous constraints that you just couldn't do anything. I understand you don't want to stick a big set piece or a prop that's going to block the view. You know, you can only use the sides. But, you know, why not hang Maleficent's Raven from the 2-story tall area? Why not go get some of those poison apple props and hang them down from the ceiling? Why not do some things that add to the atmosphere? This didn't feel like a Villains Lair hangout. This didn't even feel like Descendants. It just felt like it was kind of thrown together. I personally think it would have even been good to take advantage of the walls, those kind of stucco walls that are along the sides of the top of the World Lounge, just that when you walk in and out of the lounge on both sides. Thinking back to what Disney has done in the theme parks with their Pride Month stuff, where they did those big rainbow decals, you could have done something awesome with villains and stuck up some decals that people would have loved, and they would have been taking photos with them. Make it a destination. Make it fun. I just think they missed the mark so much with this, and it's sad. Is it still worth going up there? Yeah, it's a great place to watch fireworks. It's a great place to get off your feet and hang out with your friends or your family and just have a nice time. But the idea that you should go there because you're a fan of Disney villains, don't waste your time. So what's my overall experience, and should you try to get in? Well, let me tell you this. If you are one of those white card or non-membership perks folks, I think it's okay. You can just bathe in piles of extra money that you didn't spend on your blue card and enjoy yourself. It's fine. Go live a happy life. Don't worry about it. Go get your friend with a blue card to take you up. It's all good. Okay, don't go out of your way to buy that blue card just so you can go to Top of the World Lounge now. On the other hand, if you are a blue card or a DVCY member and you can get up there, I think it's nice if you can get it. But I wouldn't go hugely out of my way. I would set my expectations pretty realistically. You're probably going to be let in onto the observation deck for fireworks. Plan on being there about 10 minutes ahead, maybe 15 minutes just for a little bit of extra. And of course, if there are 2 fireworks shows, you definitely want to go for the later one. We have always had good experiences getting into Top of the World Lounge later in the evening after the fireworks are over. I think that's still a great strategy. If you don't care about watching fireworks, that is definitely when you're going to want to go. Top of the World Lounge is open from 6 p.m. until midnight daily, except for some special nights where they have paid events around New Year's Eve and 4th of July, things like that. Have you been to the new Top of the World Lounge? How do you feel about these changes in the policy? Are you angry? Do you feel like this theme is worth it? Are you like me? Am I overreacting? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hey, if you want to learn more about how to get the most from your Disney Vacation Club membership, click this playlist right over here. We also think you're going to love this video right up here. Thanks so much for being with me. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.